Okay, let's get this show on the road. We've not taken any trades in pre-market. There's just nothing been moving really. Nothing of note, at least. Tesla's moving up. That's over 3% up already today. So Tesla currently at 749. A bit more expensive than a lot of people would have budget for. Redbox is trying to make moves. AERC is something that I am watching at the moment. Pre-market for any kind of continuation. Redbox, AERC, GameStop and AMC. AMC, I think it's today that Jurassic World drops, isn't it? So that might have a knock-on. ECB's just raised its interest rates for the first time in 10 years. So that's an interesting development. Let's see how that affects the markets. It will affect the US markets. It'll have a direct effect on the European markets, but it will affect the US markets as well. So let's see how that transpires. It's a quarter of a point up already. Well, Wejo is not great volume, Phil. If you look at it, it's not great volume. I'll put it up on the screen. Top mover this morning, but 285. No, it's 1.2 million now. Just launched out of the blocks as of 15 minutes ago. It just says the Wejo Group and Microsoft announced their expansion and extension of the relationship with Microsoft Maps. There you go. The extended relationship grants Microsoft the ability to contextualize what's going on in any road at any given time across the complete set of Microsoft Maps offerings under the global agreement. So that's why that one's moving up. So Wejo and Microsoft have announced the expansion of their relationship. But yeah, good catalyst. The volume's picking up now as well, so I just looked at the 600k volume and I thought, okay, it's not great, but I mean, it's 3x already in terms of relative volume. So yeah, watch it. Let's see if let's take a look. Could be a catalyst worth watching. It's the only thing that's moving at the moment. Well, with volume, Bang Dang Network is up on 36,000 shares. Microvast 100,000 shares. So there's not a lot of movement pre-market right now. And I'm not sure about this one. I want to see it above $3. I'm looking at it on the 2-minute chart, and next entry, so they've got to pull back. Next entry is a little over $3. Looking at 302. Afternoon, Alistair. It's a bit too early for me on the wine. Of course, I would be drinking wine at this time if I was somewhere tropical by a beach, maybe on vacation, but I'm working today. See if this breaks $3 again. If this goes back up and retests $3, it could be of interest. Until then, so RV's moving, but again, low volume. This popped up, but doesn't look to be holding its gains. We'll see. Is this just a consolidation pullback, or is it just the market not really bothered by that news? Okay. Making a move up, had low volume. The news catalyst just popped out. So that was at 7 AM this morning. No, 8 AM, sorry. Five minutes ago. Let's take a quick 5K. See this? Just like see if we can bring break highs. $40 is the exit cut off. It's the low of the 5-minute candle. So this is OV. Applied UV Inc. is the company, and they've just announced just waiting for the break of 240. As I say, that was that's the line in the sand. Very, very similar to AERC UV cleansing utility, purification, cleaning, that kind of thing, sanitation, whatever it is, whatever the word actually is. ultraviolet light sanitation. Let's get it. Wait for a better setup. That's so always interesting because we saw how much AeroClean pumped up with a very similar catalyst on Monday and Tuesday and again yesterday. So very similar catalyst. Will the market react in the same way? Now OV does have previous. It does have a history. It has moved up previously, not as much as AeroClean, granted, but it's been as high as almost $4 in the last year or so. So I'll wait for the confirmation breakout here on the 2-minute. Retest of the $0.50. Might get a bounce on the VWAP. So next candle to make a new high. The high of this candle, the one I just got out of, is 248. So looking for 250. The high of this current candle is 244. Maybe. Let's have a quick look at AeroClean whilst we're waiting for a move. So AeroClean, it's on the short sell restrictions list, but it is shortable. You'll have to get it on the uptick. That was the same as yesterday. It's 870s. So if you look at it on the 60-minute chart, this huge move up. It's still not retraced 50% from it. It's a huge move up. So it could move. It could go either way. Does it have a continuation? Does it have another pump today? Maybe at the open. We'll see. It's looking a little bit weak at the moment. Let's see what happens at the bell. This didn't hold much. It didn't hold all its gains. It popped up to $3 from 225 and then back down to 260, 255, 260. So that's pretty much a 50% retracement. For the break. Don't think this is your kind of stream to co-host. Not saying you don't know about finance and the stock market, but I don't think my followers want to watch a 14-year-old dancing. Some of them might, but I think most of them probably won't. Guys, if you're in the stream, hit the screen 10 times. You know you want to. Just tap the screen. Get those love hearts on the screen. You'll be amazed what happens. This amazing thing happens. Once you tap the screen 10 times, this is an amazing thing that happens. Do it. Find out. Do it now. Nothing on AeroClean right now. AeroClean's in a downwards motion at the moment. The thing is that applied UV, which is AUVI, applied UV ink, has a very similar catalyst to what AeroClean did on Monday. So let's see if the market reacts in a similar way. So UV sterilization technology. Not an FDA. Not an FDA catalyst, but still, it's a reasonable catalyst. Ah, you're a good boy, James. Okay, so will we break highs now? To 260. Look for breaking highs. Holding 5,000 shares. Pricing a bit. Holding these 5,000 shares. Applied UV. If you're looking for who the company is, it's Applied UV. Good stuff, guys. Would like another, obviously. We're looking at AERC again later today. That's fine, but if AERC doesn't make another run, we want something to replace it. It's been good to us this week. You know, over $100,000 in 3 days. We can't ask for more. It'd be nice to get more. Just hope this isn't a double top. Next candle to break a new low is our exit. Let's move up. So we broke highs. Let's see if we can't test the $0.75 level. Locked in a little bit of that profit. Reduce the deficit we had from earlier. Our exit. 250. If it breaks below 250, we'll get out. Breaks below the $0.50. That's the low of the last candle. So that's where we get out. Bear market, Colsey. Difficult market conditions call for a slight adjustment on the rules. The strategy is exactly the same, but I won't be going below $2. But when there's nothing else moving, and you're seeing something moving well. I mean, if you look at AERC, that started below $3 on Monday. I think we started trading that. So slight adjustment. I'll be going back. I'll be reinstating the $3 rule as soon as the market becomes hot again. Right now, while it's a bit of a cool market, I am trading those. It's going to get out here. Getting a bit of a reversal indicator. Exit indicators there telling me we're going to have a bit of a pullback. So I'm just going to get out. You can always re-enter if it does go the other direction. So kind of scratch for the day at the moment. $50 in the red, not a big deal. A lot of people like to trade the sub $2 stocks. I'm not. I won't. I don't get any leverage. I only get 2 times leverage on these cheap stocks here, but anything under $2, I get 0 leverage on it. Not that I need leverage right now. I'm starting today with an equity position of 120, just over $122,000. So, you know, I've got 2x leverage. I could take 100,000 shares. Well, I'm not going to take 100,000 shares of ORVI. I mean, what's the float size? I don't think it's that big a float. I'd never unload them. It's only a 7 million float, so I'm definitely not taking 100,000 shares of a 7 million float. Can you imagine trying to unload 100,000 shares? It would absolutely tank the price. Nice run up, a clean run up like we got with AERC would be, you know, welcome. AERC's now above the VWAP. It's 880. It's above the VWAP. Nice little 2-minute flag forming. So we might see something from AERC today, but it's day 3. This today will be day 4. Typically, when you get a hot runner like that, you get the first run up, then the second day. Usually, it's not as hot as the first, but we had a much bigger day on the second day, and then you get a continuation on the third day. Now, we didn't get so much to get a continuation, but we did get a pop on the third day, so I'm not expecting a lot from AERC today, but we could very well see something. $58, so I'm looking for 60. I'm looking at, if I was looking at the 2-minute, 58 was the high of the last 2-minute candle. We're at 59 now, which is why I said I wanted confirmation at 60, the break of 60 on that pullback. Didn't get it. We didn't get the volume follow through, and this happens. You're more likely to get faked out pre-market than you will during the market, the actual market. With pattern breakouts because of the low volume. Although this is relatively high volume, it normally trades about, I think it's 500,000 a day. Oh, 2 million a day. Normally trades 2 million a day, so it's not too bad. We're already at 4 million, so it's already 2.5, well, just over 2.5 times, 2.25 times, 4.5 million. So it's already over 2x. So the relative volume's good. It's a nice busy stream today, guys. Let's get the chat going. How we're feeling that the market's going to do? It's just green at the moment, just barely green at the moment. Is the S&P 500? The VIX is, you know, still under 25. Not too bad. There we go. Markets have gone red. So Nasdaq, S&P 500, the Dow and the Russell are still, well, just barely, but still green. Hey, Gits. Let's pull him back to the VWAP. Let's have a quick look at Wejo. That popped up and sold off. Now the volume's died off. So Wejo, no, low volume. And I said that in the Discord. I said be careful. It's low volume. But applied UV is looking nice. No, actually, Mr. MC, there's not a lot of volume around. This one, AUVI, is probably the only one with significant high volume. Relatively speaking, it's already 2x relative volume on the day, and it's a reasonably good catalyst. Well, I say it's a good catalyst, depends on the market reacts. It's a similar catalyst we got from AERC. It's UV sterilization technology. We've got Wejo Group, which has got a catalyst. It's announced an extension of its agreement with Microsoft on Microsoft Max, so that's why that's moving up. So this is Wejo, and the chart for Wejo just popped up on that announcement this just before 8, and then consolidating sideways. So I want to see this. If I'm going to trade Wejo, I'm going to trade it after it's back over the VWAP. It's looking a bit weak. GME and AMC trying to stay green. The S&P 500 slightly red, as is the Nasdaq. The Dow Jones just gone red now. Only the Russell Index left. That's barely green. So we've just it's just the ECB's just raised their interest rates by 0.25% just raised their interest rates for the first time in 10 years. It's the reaction to it on the markets. You can never predict what it's going to be like. I don't think it's going to affect too much, because it's more really the European markets that will affect. It will have a knock-on effect to the US, but I don't think it's going to impact the US markets too much. I think you didn't. We saw the reaction. If you look at the SPY here, for example, it was announced at 7:45. The SPY was up here, and it was announced at, this is the S&P 500. So it announced at 7:45 about the interest rate. So the markets had a bit of a sell-off. I think that's what's going to happen. Don't think it will last. I think we probably will have a rebound and potentially a green day today. I don't think it's going to be a big green day. No, they've just announced it, Buzendorfer. It's just it's official now. It came out. The official news came out at 7:45 US time. So it was, what was that? 12:45 London time. So it's just been official. Half an hour ago, it was announced. 0.25%. Yep, Nvidia. Pretty much following the market at the moment. Nvidia 186, doing exactly what the markets are doing. Just following the S&P 5. It's not like Tesla. Tesla is doing its own thing today, which that may have an effect on the market, but Tesla's having its own run today. Jan hitting highs. Why is that? Wow. We got on this on Monday. Jan 1. Is this just a continuation, or looks like it's just a continuation from earlier in the week? Can't see any specific additional news other than it was, sorry, not Monday, it was Tuesday that Jan 1 announced the patent. I think it's just a continuation of that. Just looking for any additional catalysts. No, not seeing any additional catalysts. It is only a small float though, so it can move quite quickly. Look at 56. quite a lot of buying going through on the time and sales. AERC volume's not great on AERC so far in pre-market, so we probably won't see much. Maybe we'll get a pop at the bell, but I don't think we'll see much. Other than that, not a lot of movement. Houston American Energy's gone green. You'll probably see quite a few energy stocks moving today, particularly if they're gas-related energy stocks. So the fire in a US port has meant that it's going to have to close for 3 weeks, which is cutting off supply to Europe, which has skyrocketed the LPG supply in Europe. The price for LPG now has gone through the roof today, so that may have a knock-on effect to some of these gas-related or energy-related stocks. I can only see it going up if I'm honest, Bosendorfer. The CPI is, I mean, they're trying to keep it in line, but cost of living is just going up. Inflation continues to rise, so I can see CPI going up. Again, speculative. Let's see what the numbers say, but I can't see it coming down. On news of a good catalyst, how long would you say you have react to take advantage? I wouldn't look at it like that, Gits. I really wouldn't look at it like that. I would look at it, how does the market react? Because if it, for example, let's have a look at Wejo, for example. Popped up. If you didn't get it straight away, it was like 15 minutes, and then it's selling off. The thing is with that is, you don't want to be jumping on stocks because that it's not reliable. You want reliable moves. So you want to get a stock that's moving up, a good catalyst, and you want to see an influx of volume. What you've got here is the dying of volume. You want to see the influx of volume so that then it's not just going to pop up. It might retrace a little bit, as all moves do, whether it's up to the upside or to the downside. You're going to get a little bit of a retracement. Think of it using the elastic band methodology. You put an elastic band on your finger at one end, and you do it at the bottom, put a little weight on it. The longer you stretch it, the more it wants to go back. So stock movement, price movement's the same. The more it becomes extended, the more it wants to retrace some and recover a little bit. So if you've got a good, strong catalyst in the market's reacting well to it, you might get a retracement, but it's going to come back and you're going to get a further kick on. So rather than buying the catalyst, you wait to see how the market reacts to it and you buy the first pullback. You look for the first pullback, and then when it starts to make a move up again, i.e. the next candle to break a new high, that's when you enter, because you know it's actually retraced and it's found a little bit of breathing room, and now it's making another move. That's when you know it's a strong stock. A move up and then a full retracement, I mean, that's akin to a pump and dump, and it's just not reliable. So that's what I'd say, Gits, is don't so much try and jump on a catalyst straight away. If you try and chase the action, very often you end up getting burnt. You'll get in at the top and it'll retrace, and if it's not a strong catalyst, you end up with, left holding bags. So this is what you do with your stock picks. You put them on a watch list. The initial pump has to sustain. I don't mind a retracement. A retracement could be as much as 40–50%. I don't mind a retracement, providing it starts then to form support levels and starts then gradually moving back up. A full retracement, even if it's to 50%, and you just get this, like with Weejo right now, he's looking really weak. It's moved up, it didn't come back down. Well, it came back down, and then it's just moving sideways. I mean, there's an argument to say you could have got faked out there for the move up, but the range is so small, you probably wouldn't have taken it. You'd look for confirmation somewhere else on a higher time frame, maybe. If you're looking at on the 5 minute, this is easier to recognize the move up and then the sell off. We've not yet made not a single candle made a new high. We've brought past the VWAP. We've not had a single candle on the 5 minute break a new high. And watch it. It made me into a liar now, but it's looking weak, and this kind of move down and sideways on very low volume is looking weak. So that, whilst it's got a catalyst with Microsoft, it's just not behaving the way you would expect a strong stock to do. Now, if you look at OV on the other hand, we had this initial move up. That's what you're looking at. And then pull back, move up again, pull back, move up, and another move up, break new highs before pulling back and consolidating. It's not retraced that much. In fact, it's pretty much maintaining the gains from the initial pump, and we're finding support here at the $0.50. So this is a much stronger stock than what we were looking at with Weejo. I hope that makes sense. Welcome to learning with Tony. Absolutely. Wait for the signals, wait for the patterns to form, never buy the initial move, never jump on the initial move. Wait for a clean entry, wait for a safe entry, wait for that first full pullback. Because if you get a pullback and you wait for the next candle to make a new high, if it doesn't, then you've not lost anything. So you wait for the entry signal. If it moves up and it continues to move up, and you think, oh, I've missed it's gone up $2 and I've missed the move, and then you jump in at $2.20 and it then pulls back and you lose $1, you're going to be kicking yourself. Absolutely, James. Recent news, especially if you're a high school student by the looks of it, or even a junior school student or elementary school student, as it was with was it last week, beginning of this week? Yeah, shocking. What's the obsession with guns over there? I just don't get it. Yeah, Bosendorfer, we have rent control here in Ireland, so they can't put it up more than 5% on any given year from the previous year. But I'm paying for a 4-bedroomed. When I was paying a mortgage on a 4-bedroomed semi-detached house with gardens, rear-facing garden, some sunny garden, big house, and round the corner I was paying a third less than what I was paying renting around the corner for a crappy dark 2-bedroom apartment. So the property market's gone mad. And what you're getting as well with real estate and property developers is they'll make an offer on a property to buy it from Mr. and Mrs. Blogs, and they'll convince Mr. and Mrs. Blogs to buy it to sell it to them at a discount for cash, and then they'll go and buy the next 3 houses in a row, and they'll buy them for higher, pushing the price up on the initial and price Mr. and Mrs. Blogs out. So they have to go and rent. They're moving homeowners into the rental market because they can't afford to buy once they've sold. It's madness. The whole real estate game has gone bananas at the moment. Yeah, so going back to Jan. So we had the initial move up, pull back, and I was watching the pullback for a moment before we started looking at Nvidia. Thanks, Gits. But then we had a move up. So this is looking a lot stronger than the Weejo stock I was talking about a few moments ago. best pullback to get is the first one. Just again, very often you're going to miss the initial move. You're going to miss the initial move. Unless it's something that you're watching, it's on your watch list. Maybe it's a former runner, it's on your watch list. Like I might be watching AERC, and I might be, it's on my watch list, so I might get the initial move. I'll catch the initial move because it's on the watch list. I'll see the pattern forming. But more often than not, if it's a new runner, if it's a new stock that you've perhaps not traded before, you'll miss the initial move. So if you get the initial move, you get on the first pullback, you'll get a really good move on the second pump. The third pullback, the second pullback, it tends to be a little bit less, and so on and so forth. And then you end up getting incremental moves for the rest of the time on pullbacks that it's got to work. Got to do. So the first pullback's usually the best one to get in. Of course, when you get a parabolic stock, that doesn't matter, because once you get in that first pullback, it takes off and goes. I don't worry about it, Gits. Don't worry. There's always another move. There's always another stock. Always another day. I'm watching OV on my other screen. I can hear her, I just can't see her. The other side of the sofa. So I'm watching OV. I'm watching AERC again. I've got AMC open, which will give me an indication to GME as well. That's on my chart screen. Chart watch list. I've got GME, AMC. I've still got red box on the list. I've got, of course, the markets. I've still got Veru. I probably would take Veru off the list right now, but I'll just leave it for today, because that's down and looking weak. It's only Tuesday it did make that move up, so I'll leave that for now. AERC. Very, put it on the 60 minutes so you can see, or 30 minute, you can see it's kind of a downwards channel, not so much a downwards pennant or anything like that. It's a downwards channel. Now, downwards channels have a tendency to break upwards. Same was so if this gets above $9 or even goes green on the day, I'll be interested to. Well, I'm keeping an eye on it anyway, but it'd be interesting to see what happens for move up, potential move up to 12. What was the high yesterday? 1276. Let's negate pre-market. Get the high here. Get through the high there. See what happens. Will we get $11 on that? Let's see. All right, let's go back to Jan. Jan 1. Pulling back some now. Well, the initial pump that we saw, we got the secondary move. Now we're pulling back some. So see what happens. What I would say is, looking at the crypto markets earlier, and how boring is it to trade crypto at the moment? I feel sorry for all the crypto fanboys that's all they will trade. It's just so boring right now. Bitcoin is a little over 30,000 right now, finding a bit of support at 30,000, but it's just so sideways. There's just nothing happening in crypto. I mean, that sell-off in the middle of May due to the Terra Luna thing. I think it's scared so many traders away from crypto. That's probably why it's so boring right now. Confidence needs to come back into the market, maybe. $64, so we're looking at 65. There we go. We'll enter at 67. Move back up. And the low of the previous candle is 50, so you get 17 cents. Probably should have waited for the confirmation on the 2 minute. But we'll see. Either I'm right or I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I've accepted the fact that I'm often wrong. And this is something as a trader, if you're new to trading, if you're a beginner trader, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but you've got to welcome the fact that you're going to be wrong. If you can't live with the fact that you're going to be wrong, then you probably shouldn't be trading. The fact is, you're always going to get it wrong. Not all the time, but you're always going to get it wrong. Every single day you're going to make a decision to take a trade that doesn't go your way. You're going to make a decision to take a trade. That might happen not all day long. As long as you can justify the entry, as long as in your head you've got the plan ahead of time, stick to your plan. Don't do what I did. All it went for me in the end. Don't do what I did with AERC yesterday, pre-market, because that was just very poor risk management. Well, we entered on a decent volume candle and then it just died off. Got the break of high. It didn't move. Just went up an extra couple of cents, not enough to take profit. And then volumes just died off. So let's see what happens. A bit of a fake, what's known as affectionately known as a fake out. That was. Let's see if we get the continuation now. Don't do what I do. It's just actively trade all the time. Wait for the right setups. I trade way too much. I know I trade way too much. I know I could make a lot more if I just held back and didn't trade as much as I do. If I wasn't as active, if I didn't take as many trades as I do take, I would make a lot more money. I know that. I just waited and took the bigger setups, the better setups, and just traded those. I'd probably make a lot more money. I certainly wouldn't might not make more money, but I certainly wouldn't lose as much, which means my net gains would be a lot higher. So it's always better to wait for the good setups, wait for the right setup. Although when you're sat here watching the market, it's easier said than done. The discipline to just sit on your hands and do nothing whilst you're waiting for a stock to come along and give you that setup is a lot easier to it's a lot more difficult than you think. It's a lot easier to say than to actually do. How am I looking on the month so far? Having a great month. We're over 100k in gains on the month. I think, off the top of my head, I think we're just over 100k in profits on the month. No, I was wrong. Trade profits is over 100k. Net profits is, I'm just shy, 97.5. 97,840 to be precise on June. So it's not been a bad month so far. My risk on this was 17 cents. It was down to the $0.50. If it breaks the $0.50, that's my exit. There we go. That's me out. And that's what you've got to do. You don't mind taking a bit of a loss if it's going against you, as long as that's part of your plan. I don't think they need my help for that, Darren. I think between selling Mane and Ox and Takiminamino, maybe a few others, they can raise that money on their own. I mean, they've got the money in the coffers. I mean, let's face it, they went all the way to every final that they played in, second in the league race. So they've got enough prize money, plus one of the biggest TV rights and one of the biggest shirt sponsorship deals. They can pay for Nunes, and if they say that they haven't got money, then they're lying. But we know how tight-fisted FSG can be. I hope you're learning from it, Darren. The line in the sand on this one is 430, 440, which is the level here, which is what we've found support before. What's Ovi doing? Ovi, it's steady gains now, and this is exactly what I was talking about before. Is the first pullback, you get the biggest move. Next pullback, after that, it becomes a bit, move up, move down, move up, and gradual steady gains. Oh, 265 is well, 270 really. That's the real level. 270. We've got 269 is the pre-market high right now. I'm going to put that on the list. 269 is the pre-market high. So at the bell, this will come down to the VWAP. We'll probably get a bounce at the VWAP. It might range between 250, 260. What's known as coiling before moving up, if it does move up. Jan now selling off. Well, that's starting to look a bit weak. Yeah, Job popped up and never did anything. It's now down at under 250. We're getting a little bit of a dead cat bounce now, so volume just not there. No, absolutely. That's what it's exactly what I just said there, Alistair. What else have we got to look at? Let's take a look at the, oh dear. See, who was it that asked me how the ECB rate hike's going to affect the market? And this is how the ECB rate hike's going to affect the market. This is exactly how the ECB rate hikes are going to affect the market. This is what happened. So this is 7:45 market time. That's when the rate hike was announced by the ECB. It's just sold off, went red on the day, and we need some catalyst to combat that. So yeah, that's how it's going to affect the market. Bit of a sell-off. I don't worry, I'm only messing with you, Alistair. I know there's a delay on the stream. like Fudge, just never any volume. When the volume comes in, it has a tendency to really move. Redbox selling off. Yeah, big time. Needs to get back above. Well, if it needs to hold above $9 today. That was yesterday's low, I think, was 9.12. If Redbox holds above $9 pre-market, it might pump a little bit. Houston American. No, that's your lot, guys. Not a lot moving. Yeah, but it's the little pieces that make a big difference. So, 0.25% is, it's, you don't think it's a lot. It's what they call 25 basis points. It could have been 0.01% or 0.05% or whatever. But no, it's a whole quarter of a percent, which is a big move. In terms of interest rates, an extra quarter of a percent is quite substantial. And that will affect a lot of businesses. It's not just about mortgages for your home. This is about business loans and even national debt. Redbox acquisition. Have you heard something that I've not? Oh yeah. It was what was the name of the company? Coffee Cup or something? That was supposed to be buying them, but that's part of the squeeze. So it's heavily shorted, so it can be because it's way above the price that's been agreed for the acquisition. So they can't acquire it whilst the price is so high, because they would have to buy it at Chicken Soup. That's it. Why am I thinking Coffee Cup? Chicken Soup for the soul. So they've agreed to acquire it at a relatively low price. But they can't. They have to pay market price or higher. So this whole short squeeze, a lot of people are shorting it to try and get it down to that price so it can be acquired, and then they can recoup on their investment. All kinds of shenanigans going on, which is one of the reasons that Redbox is now one of the darlings of the Reddit community and Wall Street Bets and the likes, is to keep the price high and inflated. Keep pumping it as high as possible on a daily basis. The shorts then have to cover or add to the position even, which puts them even further under threat, and it becomes another big situation. What is the latest in terms of the short interest on Redbox? Let me have a quick look. Redbox Entertainment. Data. So it's not changed, not from what I'm seeing. It's still 32% of float is shorted. So effective as of today, no, that's all data. So nearly 40% of float shorted, and an average of 0.3 days to cover. So it's a major candidate for a short squeeze. That's interesting. Keep an eye on Redbox, because the way things are going, that really could squeeze. That's today's data, by the way. I've just given you 39.8% shorted. Right, that's interesting as well. As of yesterday, Don't know who it was, but there's a whale with a lot of money to spend has taken a noticeably bullish stance on Redbox. So this is options plays, so it won't impact the price directly because it's options, not actual stock. But according to this, 66% of investors have opened trades with a bullish expectations. Holds for an amount of over 386,000. So that's going to be, they might know something I don't. Yeah, well, they may come back in when the price drops down, but it's not going down to that level anytime soon. It's chicken soup for the soul, not pea and ham soup for your arse there, Alistair. I think so, El Puno. Always look at... I don't like to get involved, for day trading perspective, I don't like to get too involved in the fundamentals of a company, but when something like Redbox sticks around for, I mean, when was it? It made its first pump up was back in March. The sell-off back in February was what prompted the potential acquisition. So the initial pump back in March, and then we've had consecutive pumps since then. It's been sticking around so long. Of course, you want to look into the fundamentals of the company. Of course, you want to know why it's moving as erratically and with the range that it's moving. And I just find it interesting, really. I don't know about you guys, but one of my favourite biscuits, the McVitie's Digestive, and I never give it any thought. I just where the name comes from, and apparently, if you look on the ingredients of a digestive, these are chocolate digestives, of course. They're not for you. You can't have chocolate; it'll kill you. The name digestive comes from the ingredients. They've got sodium bicarbonate as a main ingredient in the digestives, and it's a laxative. It's the digestive biscuit was invented in Scotland by McVitie's as a medicine, as a laxative biscuit for the treatment of constipation. Go figure. It's one of my favourite. Hobnobs. I'm not too keen on hobnobs as Peter Kay would say, when you're dunking them, they drink your brew. Whereas digestives are perfect. Digestives, particularly chocolate digestives, they're the perfect dunking biscuit. Has to be dark chocolate though, not milk chocolate. Yeah, it was, but it was. If we go back to the beginning of the year, Redbox was trading at $5, between $5 and $6. Had a huge sell-off at the beginning of February. I can't recall what the catalyst, whether it was earnings or whatever it was, and that's what prompted it, because it was seen as a good buy at the time. That's what prompted the bid from Chicken Soup for the Soul. And as on news of that, that's when we had the pump back in March, and we've been trading up and down since then. So the big pump, first big pump was the end of April. It moved from $4.20 up to $6, and then the following day it gapped up and went from $6.84 to $11, and we've been up and down since. Milk chocolate's great, Alistair, but not on a digestive. You want dark chocolate on a digestive. Right tools for the right job. Have a look at Ovi. Yep. Again, bouncing on the VWAP. I mean, you can put all the value you want into all these indicators. The EMA, I've got 3 different EMAs on here: the 9, the 20, and the 200. But there's nothing beats the VWAP from an intraday trading perspective. It's just so well respected with retail traders in particular. The price action is, look at the pulled all the way, the initial pump here on applied UV, pulled back to the VWAP, bounced back to the VWAP area, again back down to the VWAP area. It's just such a well respected indicator, where so many traders use it as a buying signal. I prefer to look at the price action, but so many traders use it as a buying signal. And selling off. Joe just never made a comeback. Oh, we did get a candle makes a new high and then a massive sell-off. Look at this on the 5 minutes. Talking about as it moved up on the 5 minute, we didn't get their candle to make a new high. Then we massive fake out here. We got the move up and then a big sell. So sign of a weak stock, if you ask me. And you'd think with a news catalyst like that the market would react a little bit more favorably. After the initial pump, you'd think it might move up and hold over $3 at least. But no, go figure. This is paramount to what I keep saying. Every single day you'll hear me say this, that you never know what the market's going to do. It can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. It really is like that. It's if you try and anticipate what the market's going to do, invariably you're going to lose. It's like flipping a coin. Invariably, you're going to lose probably more than you win, because what you think is a good catalyst, the market may react to it badly. It's like earnings. This is why I won't trade earnings. You can get really good earnings report and then it sells off. You're like, but it's got a great earnings report. Why is it selling off? And the opposite, they miss their earnings, they miss the figures, the sales figures and everything else, and it rallies. You're like, I don't understand. It makes no sense. It's not logical, and that's the market for you. It can be completely irrational and illogical sometimes. Oh, we got a breakout. We missed it. Resistance at the $0.75 level, so that's the new high of day. Yeah. A bit of volume coming in there. So let's see the break at the $0.75. In fact, I'm not even going to take that trade. I'm just looking for a trade to take, and it's like, why? It's boredom more than anything. I mean, it's looking like it's moving up, but I'll wait for a better setup. I'm going to be a bit more patient today. I'll wait for the right setup. Hey, Flossie. This isn't moving with the velocity that I want it to, so why take the risk? This breaks if this breaks the $0.75, the 75 cent level, Might only go up 10 cents. It might not even go up 10 cents. We're not getting the volume that's pushing on through. The volume coming in now, though. A good indicator of where the volume is as well. Is it on the uptick or on the downtick? Watch the time and sales ticker. Watch the time and sales tape. If it's moving fast, that means there's a lot of transactions taking place. And if it's green, it means it's a lot of buyers. They're buying on the uptick. And if it's red, it's buying on the transactions taking place on the downtick. So it's the sellers that are winning. If it's white or blue or whatever, then it means that orders are being fulfilled that were out of the in between the spread. There's a big order just went through there. I lived through that, Jack. Painful times. People couldn't afford to go to work. That's why we end up with a 3-day week, because people just couldn't afford to work. And it kind of sounds counterintuitive. It's like, well, if you can't afford, you go to work to earn money, but you couldn't afford the money to go to work. So people went, the whole 3-day week in the back end of the 70s. Killed my parents' business. Rejected at the 3/4 level. Excuse me. How's the stream on YouTube? Is it working okay? It looks like it is. What am I looking at right now? This is applied UV ink. Zach. This is the top mover this morning. It's up 54%. Similar catalyst to what AERC moved up earlier in the week with, which is UV sterilization technology. Can you win money from Forex? I'm going to assume English isn't your first language, Jason. So I'm not going to I'll assume that you are saying that you can win money from Forex, or are you asking me if it's possible to win money from Forex? I wouldn't consider it winning. So first and foremost, based on the terminology that you've used, I may be mistaken. If English isn't your first language, that might be something that's coming across incorrectly. But it sounds like you're approaching the market with a bit of a gambling mentality. And that's the first thing you need to change. Most people lose money in the markets. Anybody that's trading stocks and shares as a day trader, 85% of people will lose money long term. They'll never be profitable. If you're trading Forex, that percentage is even higher. Only the top 5% of traders trading Forex actually make money or are consistently profitable. The rest, 95% of people trading Forex, lose money. Number of reasons for that. One of the big ones is approaching it with a gambling mentality. Okay, if you approach it with a gambling mentality, the markets will treat you as if it's a casino. They will take your money. Simple. Yeah, Phil, of course. I'm glad I can sense your sarcasm there. Can you make money with Forex? Are there strategies that enable you to make money? Yes, there are. There are some very good. Someone like Rainer Teo on YouTube's got a great channel, and he's a big Forex trader. And but even he doesn't make money all the time. Forex, I think one of the reasons that it's such a high percentage of losers in Forex compared to the stock market is the barrier to entry. The financial barrier to entry in Forex is a lot lower, but the risks are a lot higher because you have to have a lot more margin. So if you a new trader, what I would say is if you are an experienced trader and you're looking to broaden your horizons, looking for a different instrument to trade, research Forex, look at Forex, use the same technical analysis tools, all that kind of stuff, trade in a simulator. Excuse me, trade in a simulator first before putting real money on the line. I wouldn't recommend Forex trading for a beginner, for a newbie. You're going to lose money, categorically. So that's what I would say about Forex. Learn how to trade, learn how to chart. I would say learn how to swing trade first. This is not how I did it. If I did it again with the knowledge that I have, I probably would learn how to swing trade first because it's less stressful. The principles are very similar, but it's less stressful. So you put your trade on and you forget about it. You put your stop at the low and you take profits at the high and you walk away. And I've done that a few times. While you know, I've had an intraday trade and turned it into an intraday swing trade where I've just put the stocks in place and gone and left it. It's less stressful than sitting at your desk trying to, you know, take advantage of the ups and downs that we do with day trading. That being said, by taking advantage of the ups and downs with day trading, you can, you know, outperform the market. You can do a lot better if you have the right strategies, if you have the right discipline to profit from those strategies. Forex, I wouldn't recommend it for any newbie. Even despite all the, you know, flash car advertising, the corporate jet advertising saying, come on, make millions in Forex, and it's just not real. And don't get seduced by the marketing because it's not real. And to make a decent amount in Forex, you need a decent amount to deposit. If you're trying to trade Forex for a profit, and whilst you can make big gains, you're talking about lottery numbers. You know what I mean by that is you go and buy your scratch card from the local news agent because you're gambling. And that's a lot of people that it's a YOLO ticket. They'll put $1,000 on, you know, the euro against the Aussie dollar or something like that, and it's all pretty much all their account, and they're getting 20 or 60 to 1 leverage in some cases. So when it goes in their favor, they end up making huge gains. They take that $1,000 and turn it into $10,000 on a single trade. But likewise, more often than not, that's the 5%, if you will. More often than not, the other 95% of the times is that $1,000, they've got 60 to 1 leverage, and they'll turn it into zero. They'll get liquidated, they get margin called by the broker, and the broker will take the money off them and say, actually, in some cases, you now owe us money because of the charges that go on top of that. They've been liquidated, they've got no money in the account, and they owe money to the broker for all the transaction charges. Yeah, absolutely, Gits. You can mix. So from just trading the stock market, for example, you can mix day trading and swing trading. I do that, and you can mix all of that with value investing. So value investing or dollar cost investing is probably, if you get the 3 areas of trading the market, the stock market. You've got day trading, which is extremely volatile and probably the highest risk. You can make the most gains with that percentage-wise. Swing trading comes next. It's less risky than day trading, but the the long-term percentage gains are probably not as much in a shorter space of time. You can still make big gains. You tend to want to put a higher risk versus reward ratio into swing trading. So you might be looking for a 3-to-1 or a 4-to-1 or even a 5-to-1 in your favor, rather than on a swing trade than you would on a day trade. Day trade, the golden ratio is 2-to-1 or better. With value investing, the risk-reward ratios, it doesn't even come into play, because all you're looking for is gains, long-term gains, and you do dollar cost averaging. So you might buy Amazon now that it's $120 a share, and you're in it the long haul, so it goes to 115. You don't care, you just buy more. You hold the whole hodl mentality should not be applied to day trading or swing trading. Hodl should only apply to value investing. And you can apply that value investing to your relatively stable coins like Bitcoin on the crypto space, Ethereum, some of the larger cap, more reputable crypto coins. You can do your dollar cost averaging, you can do your value investing, and it's the same. It's relatively the same strategy. You don't really care what the price is. You're just buying more for the long-term gains, because in the long run, over the course of 4, 5, 10 years, you're going to be quids in. I've got more than 3 accounts, Gits. I've got more than 3 accounts with Interactive Brokers. I've got 2 accounts with Capital Markets, and I've got I think 5 on my last count with Interactive. No, 6 I've got now. I've got 6 accounts with Interactive Brokers now. XRP is, I'm very bullish, and I'll be buying more XRP probably this weekend. So with the type of accounts that you want to buy, that you want to get. So with Interactive Brokers, which is the first brokerage first real brokerage I opened. I mean, forget the eToro, starter crap. You want your margin account trading as well. You want your cash account, which you deposit money in there. And what's interesting with Interactive Brokers, I've not got one, and I deliberately won't because I probably would use it, is if you've got a cash account, you can actually have a cash card, an ATM card, with the money that you're holding in cash with Interactive Brokers, and send it in post. You can actually withdraw from Interactive Brokers out of the wall. So that's interesting. But you want a savings account. So if you're in Europe, you can have an account that's an ISA that you trade yourself in, just for tax benefits on that. You want a retirement account or SIP. You can have more than one of these as well. You don't have to have just one SIP. You can have multiple SIPs in multiple brokers, or multiple SIPs with a single broker. So you want your retirement account or self-invested. If you're in the US or Canada, that's be an IRA or a Roth IRA, I think is the latest one out there for retirement account. And there's tax benefits for trading in those. You don't get margin on them, you don't get leverage, but there's tax benefits, or investing with those, there's tax benefits. I use an account for trading options with Interactive Brokers. I don't trade options with Capital Markets. I have my long-term investment strategy with Interactive as well. So yeah, it's it takes a while. I mean, the majority of people are what I would consider financially illiterate, and it's not through their own fault. We just don't get taught this stuff in school. It's not complex. It's only complex until you actually learn it. It's like anything. Oh, Ethereum, you're shorting it on the 2-hour. I don't day trade Ethereum for reasons that I've mentioned before. I'm dollar cost investing. You're not getting any. There's no volatility with Ethereum at the moment. There's no volatility in the larger crypto space. Ethereum, Bitcoin, any of these bigger coins that in the crypto space, you've got a bit of a. I'm looking at it on the 1 hour, so I'll look at it on the 2 hour for your benefit. You've got a floor of $1,700 there. plus change. $1,700. Shorting it, you're not going to get below $1,700. So you've got basically $100 move, not even, probably about a $70 move to the floor. So and with the spreads that you've got on Ethereum, I don't think shorting is a good option with Ethereum right now. You might make some incremental gains, but you're going to have to watch. I wouldn't recommend shorting it. Not financial advice, just an opinion of a fat bloke on the internet. But I wouldn't be recommending shorting Ethereum right now. We've got this ranging around $1,800, and we've got maybe $60 to the south, and maybe $120 to the north in terms of the range. You're looking at the key areas of support and resistance on Ethereum. Key area of what was support and is now proven to be resistance is $1,900, so 1,900. We've got key support at the bottom end of just over about 1,725, and we're currently at 1,796, so that $1,800 level. I would say there's more room to the upside than there is to the downside. Just saying. Altcoins, again, with altcoins, do your research. If you're keen on trading crypto, you can become a crypto millionaire, no problem. But it is akin to playing the lottery with better odds. You're basically getting into. We've only got a few minutes to the mark, 5 minutes to the market open, by the way. But if you're looking at altcoins and you're looking for if it's on the main exchanges, if it's on Binance, on Coinbase, and be careful with Coinbase at the moment. I would not hold any coins long term on Coinbase, guys. If you buy through Coinbase, buy as an exchange, fine. Don't worry about buying through Coinbase, but remove your coins off the exchange into a secure wallet, because I've heard all kinds of tales that Coinbase could be in trouble, and if they get regulated, there's trouble if they go bankrupt. Your coins could be used as their assets, because whilst they're holding them, there's an argument to say that they are the ones that own those coins. So remove your coins from Coinbase into your own secure wallet. Just a side note. The second piece, as I was saying, with altcoins, you really need to be getting in them when they're in embryonic stage, as they're about to launch. So if you do digging, you can find really cheap projects that have good utility, or even a meme coin that's got a good community, and get in early. That's the key. You need to get in early. What wallet do I use? Well, just have a quick. Trust wallet. That's what I'm using primarily. So you can, I've got Trust Wallet on my phone. Most of my coins are in my Trust Wallet. Why I couldn't remember that. I had a complete brain fart. I don't even remember what that was. So Trust Wallet. If you didn't catch that one, Alistair, Trust Wallet is the wallet that I use. I couldn't even remember the name of it. I had a brain fart. Well, there are better wallets out there. You can get a hardware wallet. I've got, I don't even know where it is. I've got some coins on a hard wallet as well. OneDrive. I know it's around somewhere. I'm just not, it's probably one of the boxes I've not unpacked. But yes, CBA is the answer. Look at the S&P 500. The majority of companies that are on the S&P 500 are there for a reason. And the majority, there are exceptions, and you want to keep an eye on them in terms of news and things. But the majority of the S&P, from a portfolio play, look at what they're getting from a dividends. Look at what their, the earnings are looking for, what their forecasts and projections are. Make your own decisions on your own due diligence. But do I consider Apple a decent long-term play for dollar cost averaging and holding long-term? Yes. Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Micron, AMD, Nvidia. I think a lot of these companies have still got big futures and will continue to gain and continue to move upwards, as will the S&P 500. Don't be worried about this pullback over the last 6 months. That's just market correction. In the long term, the market goes in one direction only. Right, let's get ready for the scanners. I'm going to change the scanners over to regular market. A bit of a boring pre-market, guys. From an action perspective, don't worry about it. There's always one stock that makes a move across the course of the day, and if you're paying attention, you'll catch it. It could be Ovi, it could be Jan. It might be something that's not even on the scanners yet. Don't think it's going to be Weejo, that's for sure. It's not sure, but I don't think it's going to be Weejo. It could be, we might get another move from Aeroplane. Red box. I was expecting that in the frighten the life out of me. I'm just going to put Ovi up here. That was the big mover. I'm still looking at red box. I'm still looking at Aeroplane. I've got them on my other screen that you can't see. So if you want me to put a particular ticker on while we're watching. Okay, so now this looks like it's making a move to the north side. Don't mind that, but I wouldn't jump in just yet. Wait for the opening range to form. It's been a little bit weak pre-market, so wait for the opening range to form. Red box is making a similar situation, about to test the VWAP. This one's red box. So wait for your opening range to form. Wait for a clean entry, a safe entry. Don't jump in the first pump up just because you're chasing. Look for the entry first. It's, I think the only coin I've not checked is probably doesn't even, it's probably not even worth anything. Is a few weeks ago I bought about 75,000 Luna coins, and I thought I'm just going to leave them. And they're actually on my Binance exchange. I didn't even take them off the exchange. I thought I'll just leave them there. Not worried about it. Okay, so look for the patterns to form before, because if you just got in there at 9, if you got in for the break of 9, it's already pulled back. If you got in there for the break of 9:10, you could have got hammered, depending on your sizing. So just be careful on your entry. Look for a clean entry. Look for a support. An entry as it breaks a resistance level or a support level. Look for an entry to pull back of that so that you're getting a safe entry. Markets looking nice and volatile. Ovi not doing much. Aeroclean now about to go green on the day. So I'm looking at the whole dollar support level there for 9. And now I'm just going to take a position for the break of 9. It pulled back, and now I want it to move up. So I'm just taking an entry position because I don't trust this just yet. We've got the pullback and then the move up. So I don't trust this at all yet. I've not taken a big size. I want to see this go green on the day before I start to scale in. If this can go back up to $10 today, we could make quite a lot of money on it. But I want to see it go green on the day before I start to scale in. Just gonna give myself make sure this is a scratch trade at the very least. So I've just put my stop at 906. Move it to 910. Nice round number. All right, now I can start to scale in. Breaks 920. It'll stop me out for half. It's the halt. 1003 is the halt. I'm going to get some more into this. Locked in some profits. Pulls back below the $0.50. It'll get me out for break even on this second half of this trade. $400 is not bad for that. Could have made a lot more. I was up 2,000 and unrealized at one stage. Should have locked in some profits a little bit earlier. But I was trying to scale in. Own fault. Okay, so scratch trade in the end. We'll look for a better entry this time. $960. This is the first pullback. Remember what I said about the move? If you weren't trading this before, the only reason we were watching this and we got the move was because we've been watching it. If you wait for the first pullback, next candle to make a new high, will give you the indication it's moving up. Of course, we've got the topping tails here, which indicate quite a bit of selling pressure. I wonder what the short interest is on this today. Looking forward, break at 960 again is confirmed on the 2-minute chart. 975 on the 5-minute, but 960 on the 2-minute. Okay, so we broke 960 there. We've got 965. Need to give this a little bit of room because it is quite volatile. Got in for 10,000. Low of 930. Potential stop there at 930. Risking 3.5, but we know how well this moves. Breaking new lows now, so that's my cue to exit. I'll check later, Gits. I'll check. I'll have a look later. So now we've got an opening range. What else is moving? Just this one, really. RV trying to make a move up. So watch 275 with RV. Still watching error clean. Again, we're looking at the break of 260, break of 960. We broke these highs. This was the on the 30-minute, I think. This was a trend line I drew from the absolute high to this high. So get rid of that now. It's distracting. Got descending highs, lower highs, bit of a flat bottom. Flag formation, but it looks a bit bearish. We've got the support at 930. I should have put my stop at the VWAP in hindsight. Hindsight's a wonderful thing because we tapped 930 twice. So we've got support at 930, confirmed support at 930 now. And if we get down here, I don't mind taking a speculative position with a very tight stop at 925, for example. I want to see it break a new high, looking at 950, so the $0.50. I need to break the $0.50. Into there. That was a fast rejection. I put up at the highs. 925 as my exit. I've missed it. Okay. I'm going to get bought up here. Worth risking the buy in the dip here. Buy the dip there, risk it. So that was a risky maneuver. Just felt that the flush down was too big based on this stock and how it's moved. That we should be able to get a move back up. Might be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. Stop at 910. Should have been out at 9.25. Remember that, guys? But how this played out for me yesterday, not taking that same risk again. Wasn't quick enough to get my stop in place. Oh, RV's moving now, is it? Yeah, it is. RV's taken off. It's testing $3 now. No, $2.98. Testing the whole dollar. Redbox is testing that pre-market high as well, so it's over 10.45. Testing the half dollar, 10.50. Wider market slightly down. Had a bit of a move up at the bell, but now it's sold right off. So, question is this going to continue to move down, or are we going to get the move up like a one? Oh. Holding 20,000 shares here. To 9.40, I can replace this stop with a trailing stop. AERC and ALVI have very similar catalysts. ALVI's just announced theirs today. AERC announced theirs on Monday, so we could get a nice move from ALVI today, and it's a lower price stop. I got stopped out there, so I'll leave that there. We're not quite 10k down, so I've not hit the max loss on the day or anything. We'll look for a better entry and a better setup. Let's see if we can't come back from this. We've done it all day, every day this week, so why not? It's the challenge. It's the challenge. Now let's look at ALVI. Got AERC on the other screen, so that needs to break back green before I can trade it. This needs to get over and hold $3 now, ALVI. What's Redbox doing? Testing. So we've got these support at the VWAP again. Redbox had my number yesterday. Let's see if I can't make some money today with it. ALVI moving back up. Volume's a bit lower now, so we see the volume candles were the initial move up and the break of the pre-market highs at this huge volume candle. We had the follow through, the move up to the high, and then it's selling off on lower volume. That's actually a very bullish sign when it's like the pullback is on lower volume than the initial move up. It's when you get a flush on a high volume that it's a bit of a worry. Take a position there. if we can't move up and break highs. Low 90s. I'm giving it 4% risk on this. $4 to make 10. Break of, there we go. There's the break of 3. Break the highs. Take a little bit off. Lock in some profits. Get a bit of green on the board. We've not had much of that today. Candle turns red, we'll exit. Maintain that green on the board. Doesn't matter how green is green, doesn't matter how big. Add a little bit more there. Move up. Scale in. Make some profits on the way back down. Just set my stop at 307. Getting a little bit of difficulty getting up to the top. Breaking highs here. See how far this can run. We're in for 5,000 shares. Low of the previous 1 minute is 305, so I'm at 307, so that's okay. So, oh, that's 308, right. Stop at 310. So we kind of like put a trailing stop on this now, and $0.15 trailing stop on that. I can then just add and subtract as I see fit. Locking a little bit more profit in. Do it properly. Back to basics. Don't need to be swinging for the fences. Made our money this week. We just need to have green days every day. I've 11 green days in a row. Need to make it 12. AMC is right now 2.1% down. It's moving back up. They had a vomit at the open and trying to do a red to green. So it's red down at the moment, but it's moving up over the last 10 minutes or so. Same as the wider markets. The wider markets are the S&P 500 just gone green. So just get out with that one. And it keeps falling. To reduce the exposure, it keeps falling. It'll stop me out for like 50 bucks or something. Yeah, so let's have a look at AMC. I've got the trailing stop on there, so that's not going to. So you can see AMC. Vomit at the open, then a move up. Nice cup and handle, actually. That's a bullish sign. If you look at the SPY, this is up there now as well. Trying to stay green. It's going back red, but it's trying to be green. Aeroclean is green on the day now. Still in with Orvi. 5,000 shares with Orvi at the moment. Still pulling back. Not got stopped out yet. Kind of break even on the stop, so I'm not worried about that. It's a trailing stop, 15-cent trail. So I can flick through the Wejo just went red, let alone green. The market didn't react well to that news. Red box. That's not good. Classic head and shoulders. Look at that. There's your shoulder, there's your head, there's another shoulder, vomit. Is not shortable. Can't short red box. You're in AMC at 1282. Nice. If it breaks the VWAP, reduce your exposure. Take some profits if you haven't already. MC88. Not financial advice, but wait for it. 1310. So 1310 is the VWAP. If it breaks 1310, take some profits. Make sure you lock in some profits. If it comes all the way back down, of course, you don't want to be out before that. It's pulling back. You want it to bounce on the VWAP here at 1310. So I got stopped out on RV for we made 350 on RV today. So I'm just going to look at this one on the, what's the level here? 46. I'm looking at $0.50. In 45, bit of a flat top forming. I like the formation of that on the 45. Hey Shando. Rejected there at 45 again. Oh, aeroplane. It's trying to make a move up. I need the bathroom. What's the volume on AMC today? AMC on today's volume in total is, not seeing it. I'll double check that in a minute. Oh, where's my watch list? AMC, 8 million at the moment. 8 million shares traded so far. Set a big order at 1947. Waiting for this. If it breaks 1947, it'll enter me into the trade for a move up. Order set. Here we go. The breakout, not the breakdown. Follow through will be nice on this one. Got the green line there. Just set the stop on the green line. And for this for a move up. Because on the 5 minute, on the 2 minute, on the 1 minute, it's all saying breakout. But patterns are not 100%. You can trade them, but they are not 100%. Just remember that. Looking for the, fingers crossed everybody, that we get this breakout and move up to 970 maybe. Inverse head and shoulders kind of pattern. So that's what I'm looking for. I mean, that's a stretch to say that's an inverse head and shoulders, but still, that's what I'm looking for. It's part of a move up. Not quite the breakout I need. 970 is what I'm looking for. Move the stop to 36, so effectively 10-cent stop. Go. 960 is the stop now. We'll move this up. 975 the stop. See the bounce at 975 and a continuation. I'm happy with this as it is right now. This is not a bad move. See the continuation up to break $10. Got our target. Then we've got stop tape. So it recovered most of the gains from, we got rejected at the whole dollar, so that's probably should have taken profit at the whole dollar, but look, we're still moving. Look for a new entry with this. Don't think we're done with it yet. I hope some of you managed to get in on that one as well. The break of the $0.50. Nice little move that. OV selling off now. So we recovered most of our gain, most of our losses earlier on Aeroclean. 3K to make up now. We'll treat this smaller now in terms of sizing the UTT. I'll have a look for you. Yeah, that's moving. It's low price stock. If you like these low price stocks, it's moving up. I don't know what the catalyst is, but thanks for the call out, Raise Million. If you want to watch this one, it's moving up quite nicely. It had a good day yesterday as well. It went up to 238 yesterday, so that will be the goal. 250 will probably be the goal if I was trading this today. Retest the highs. It's got a way to go before it gets to 238, but yeah. Potocchio. I think that's how you pronounce it. Potocchio. Can't say that's the right way to pronounce it, but you do you. Yeah, so this is looking very bearish now on OV, so if you're in it, be careful. Red box, sold off. That head and shoulders there, clear head and shoulders, sold off and sideways now. Houston Americans up, and Servco's up. So in Servco is a gas stock. That's trying to make a move up. It's lower volume. Houston American has been a bit of a go-to stock for the last while. You'll see that the break of $8 here could be a decent entry with Houston American. Already traded over 4 million shares today. Right, you guys watch that. I'll just take that break that I've been needing for a while. Houston American pulling back. Aeroclean testing highs again. Let's go back to Aeroclean. You're getting a bit of a flat top up at the top here. Let's put a nice little horizontal up there so you all see where it is on the $10. $10 flat top. I'm a bit quiet. If you want your opinion, I'll give it to you. You've been sleeping, you've got all eye snots. Okay, so if we get to 5,000 likes, you can have a nice little treat. This is I'm bribing the chat. If you get into 5,000 likes, she gets a treat. You can't have a treat until I'm at 5,000 likes. Sit there and wait. You can have it when the chat say you can have it, okay? So this could move today. Already broken the pre-market highs. Yesterday's high was 1276 in regular hours. There's a 1120 is a key resistance level as well. So this could move up. Let's see if we can't get some more money out of it. It's at the moment it's taking money off us, so we need to turn that around. Oh, there you go. Here's a baby. You have that. The chat say you deserve it. You go and enjoy. Okay? Is that too big for you, mate? Enjoy it. Thank you, chat. Miyako says thank you. You're feeding the snoring chow chow. I'm going to set an order, 1003. Go. We're in at 1005 and a big rejection. Okay. That's not clever. It's not big, not clever. Buy the dip. Move back up. It's fairly safe. Could be wrong. I have been wrong, known to be wrong in the past. Or I could be right. $86 is our average cost now, so we need to go back up and test the $10. Oiling nicely under $10. Need to do that. So there's always a risk that you've got the big sell orders just above where you get in. That's why you check level 2. I didn't. AMC, it's just trading side. We've got a bit of a cup and handle formation on AMC at the minute. It's looking like it's going to move up. It's 13.26 at the moment, but staying above that $13 level, 13.10. It's up at 13.27, 13.30. I'll put a little stop here. Why not? Don't want it to break too far below the $0.50. What's the VWAP? 40.47. Yeah, but it's pushing back up with some nice nice patterns as well. So where's my AMC? Look at this bit of a cup and handle forming here, and then potentially a W formation, but it's moving back up. So this, I would expect AMC potentially could get green. 1350 would be my target if I was taking a position now, but I'm not. So I'm in aero clean for 20,000. I've just put a stop in place at $0.50, but 947. Got 27,000. Sorry, 20,000 shares. A stop on the VWAP. Expect this to go back up and test 10 again. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Nobody's going to deprive a poor Chow Chow of her treats. I mean, if you did, you wouldn't qualify for my friendship. That's for sure. Come on, guys. Poor little Chow Chow. AMC testing the highs of that that cup and handle now. Let's go back to AMC. Well, I've got the stop in place. So you've got your cup. Here's your handle. 1335 is really going to be the test. That was the resistance we faced last time. Funnily enough, that's just where the 200 EMA is, pretty much. So I think we'll get to that. AMC probably will get green at it later today. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't, based on this this pattern. A bit clearer on the 2 minute and the 5 minute. There's your cup, there's your handle. So the depth of this is a good 40 cents. So we're probably looking at possibly even 1370, but I would say let's get green first. 1350 is a realistic expectation on AMC today. GME is green already. So we've got this double bottom formation, the W formation. It's a bit messy because of the lack of volume with GME today, but you've got this W formation on the 1 minute, which is a very bullish sign, and usually we probably get a good $3 out of that from the top. So I'd probably get over 140 at least. If you say $2 to be conservative, 139 up to 141 is what I would be looking for there. RV, I don't think it's done. It's still an upwards trending. Okay, so this is coming down towards the VWAP now. Where's the VWAP at? 48. That's where my stop is. There we go. Now, go back where we started. Up and down, up and down. Jan making another move. Ooh, this is interesting. Quite very rangy. Look at it on a higher time frame, might be a bit cleaner. Broke the pre-market highs. It's 488. Jan 1 is looking not bad either. This could be an interesting opportunity to buy for a bounce, a VWAP bounce. What are we looking at? Was no, or not even? Move back up. I'll sell it if it. Giving it quick. Bounce back up. Sell off. Quick move. Look for a retest of the VWAP and get out. Just a quick bounce. That's all I'm looking for here. Right, 56, just give it 10 cents. $0.10 for a move back up. Quick bounce. Tight stop. So I'm at 46, which is also the low of this candle. Breaks lows, it'll stop me out. But I'm expecting this to bounce back up over the VWAP and I can just get out. Well, it's 13.31 now. About to it's testing 13.35 their MC. So let's have a quick look at AMC. You'll see it for yourself. 13.31. I think this is going to be. It'll get past 13.35. I think 13.50 is a realistic target with this one. That broke down. So things aren't going my way today. Looks like I might be in for a red day. Just make sure it's not a big red day. Had some good results this week. It's not over till it's over. Red box is trying to make a move back up as well. Right, I'm just gonna. How come I'm down 11k? Because I went reasonable size with AeroClean on 2 occasions and it went against me. So two separate occasions that cumulatively have cost me 10k. And Jan 1, 2 separate occasions have cost me a 1,000 each. So, you know, where is AMC? I'm here. I'm gonna put an order at 13.35. The high here, 13.35, so I'll put it at 13.36. No problem, I'll be doing that exact same thing in about 15-20 minutes. Just gone out onto the balcony watching the kids in the street. But I like AMC. This obviously you've got the pattern there, but you've also got this flat top forming just below 13.35, and this ascending wedge from here. In terms of the support, It's looking, it's getting right to the apex of this ascending wedge. Just got to make a decision one way or the other. AMC, which is why I've put an order at 36, 10,000 shares. I'll move up. AMC. I might go back to AERC later. There's a chance it's moving upwards. We've got on AERC. I'm just going to draw the line now so you can see what I'm talking about. We've got a nice little ascending support line from pre-market all the way up. Got this ascending support line. And we've got this flat top up here as well of $10. So whilst we're down at the bottom of this ascending support line, as it moves up and tests, it's actually still coiling under the $10. So there's still potential for this. It needs to break over $10 and hold. Okay, so AMC not quite holding this support line. AMC's got good things happening this week. Real clean. I'm just gonna enter for this moves up. We're going to test the 25, take some off at the top end. Clean. This new candle to make it broke a new high there. On the 5 minute, it broke a new high at 970. So that's why I entered on the 5 minute, on the 2 minute, on the 1 minute, all new highs. We're very close to this ascending support line. Half my maximum size here at this stage. Alvy's it's got a double top is Alvy. It's very bearish now, Kareem. I would if you can short that, I would short that. It's you've got the double top and it's coming back down. That's Alvy. But you like, you like bounces, don't you, Kareem? You look for reversals. I mean, you might get a bounce on this on the VWAP right now, but RV to me is looking very bearish. The pattern is look at it on the 2 minutes, a very clear double top. Might be trading two tickers at the same time if this goes. There we go. I'm just in with AMC now as well. So looking for 350 with it, 1350 with AMC. some off. Up. And take the rest off. Come back to AeroClean. That was a nice little quick trade for AMC. Got the breakout and it just went all the way up. And now it's pulling back. I was right. I like being right. I've not been right with AeroClean yet, but there's time. AMC now pulling back from that $0.50 level. Still think it'll have a pullback, but I still think it will go higher. But I was just looking for that quick break from the top of the cup. I think it'll go higher, but it'll get green on the day. But I knew I'd take profits at 13.50, so that's what I did. We're now looking for a break of 13.80 for a push back up to 10. Its ascending trend line is holding fairly well at the moment. Right at the bottom of it, so we could get a clear breakdown. What I might just do is put a stop in place. 10-cent stop now. My stop's below that trend line, but it's above the VWAP. There we go, I got stopped out again. Now, you're not playing ball with me today, AeroClean, are you? I'll come back later. I'm gonna go for a walk as well. I'm gonna take the dog, come back a bit refreshed, and see what else I can do with AeroClean. I think it will break. I just need to recollect my thoughts before I can try this again. So I'm gonna end the stream, and I'll be back for Power Hour later. Enjoy your day, guys. I will speak to you later. Come on, you. Let's go for a walk.